Good morning. Today we are going to see about introduction to Indian art. In introduction to Indian art, we are going to see about prehistoric rock paintings, arts of the Indus Valley, arts of the Mauryan period, post-modern trends in Indian art and architecture, later mural traditions, temple architecture and sculpture, Indian bronze sculpture, some aspects of Indo-Islamic architecture. First, we will pick temple architecture and sculpture. So, temple architecture and sculpture, we are going to see about the basic form, sculpture, iconography, and ornamentation. The Nagara or North Indian style, the Central India style, the West India style, the East India style. In East India style, we have Assam, Bengal, Odisha. Then we have the hill style, the Dravidian or South Indian temple style, architecture in the Deccan, Buddhist and Jain architectural developments. So, in this lecture, we will see about the basic form, sculpture, iconography, and ornamentation, the Nagara or North Indian temple style. The basic form. The basic form of the Hindu temple, we have a cave-like sanctum called Garbhagriha. Then we have a colonnaded hall, which is for a large number of worshippers, and it's called as Mandapa. Then we have curving shikar in North India and a pyramidal tower called Vimana in South India. So the picture depicts the Nagara temple, where you can see the Garbhagriha. Then you have the shikara. Then you have the Kalasha on the top, and there is in the bottom we have Pitta. Then we have design called as Amalaka. So the Vahan. The Vahan is the vehicle of the temple's main deity, along with a standard pillar. Then we have two orders of temples in the country. One is Nagara in the north, and the other is Dravida in the south. We have the Vesa style. The Vesa style is a selective mixing of the Nagara and Dravida orders. We have additive geometry in Vesa style. Then moving on to sculpture, iconography, and ornamentation. Iconography is nothing but the study of images of deities within a branch of artistry. The placement of images in a temple is carefully planned. For instance, we have river goddesses Ganga and Yamuna, usually found at the entrance of a Garbhagriha in a Nagara temple. Dwarapalas, doorkeepers, are found on the gateways or the gopurams of Dravida temples. Similarly, we have Mithunas or erratic images. Then we have Navagrahas, the 9 auspicious planets, and Yakshas placed at entrance to God. Various forms or aspects of the main divinity are to be found in the outer walls of the sanctum. The deities of directions, the Ashta-Dikpalas, face the key directions on the outer walls of the sanctum. Subsidiary shrines around the main temple are dedicated to the family or incarnations of the main deity. Various elements of ornamentation such as Gavaksha, Vyala, Yali, Kalpalata, Amalaka, Kalasha are used in distinct ways and places in a temple. The Nagara or North Indian temple style. The style of temple architecture that became popular in northern India is known as Nagara. In North India, it's common for an entire temple to be built on a stone platform with steps leading up to it. Further, unlike in South India, it does not usually have elaborate boundary walls or gateways. The earliest temples had just one tower or shikara, later temples had several. The Garbhagriha is always located directly under the tallest tower. There are many subdivisions of Nagara temples depending on the shape of the shikara. There are different names for the various parts of the temple in different parts of India. However, the most common name for simple shikara, which is square at the base and whose walls curve or slope inward to a point on top, is called the Lagna or the Rekha Prasada type of shikara. The second major type architectural form Nagara's order is the Phamsana. Phamsana buildings tend to be broader and shorter than Lagna ones. Their roofs are composed of several slabs which gently rise to a single point over the center of the building, unlike the Lagna ones, which look like sharply rising tall towers. Phamsana roofs do not curve inward, instead they slope upwards on a straight incline. In many North Indian temples, you will notice that the Phamsana design is used for the mandapas, while the main Garbhagriha is housed in the Lagna building. Later on, the Lagna buildings grew complex, and instead of appearing like a single tall tower, the temple began to support many smaller towers, which are clustered together like rising mountain peaks, with the tallest one being in the center, and this was the one which was always above the Garbhagriha. So the third main subtype of the Nagara building is the Vallabhi type. These are a rectangular building with a roof that rises into a vaulted chamber. The edge of this vaulted chamber is rounded like the bamboo or wooden wagons that would have been drawn by bullocks in ancient times. They are called wagon vaulted buildings. As mentioned above, the form of the temple is influenced by ancient building forms that were already in existence before the 5th century CE. The Vallabhi type of building is one of them. For instance, if you study the ground plan of many of the Buddhist rock cut Chaitya caves, you will notice that they are shaped as long halls which end in a curved back. From the inside, the roof of this portion also looks like a wagon vaulted roof. The remaining types we will see in the next lecture. Thank you.